points, but just 2 in the quarter coming at the line. What about J.J. Redick, one of the top three-point shooters in the NBA?
Well, the one thing, if you're Utah, you don't want to give up a 3. A 2 will tie the game. A 3 will beat you. You got to stay very disciplined on any kind of drive and kicks or whatever.
Here's Griffin. Paul gets it back. They've got Ingles on him. Paul driving, puts it up. It's good off glass. Ties the game at 95. Utah has a timeout. Gets it across half court. Won't use the timeout. 5 seconds left. Joe Johnson with 4. Johnson with 2. Drives in, puts it up, gets the bounce at the gun, and the Jazz win game 1. ISO Joe.
See, what I love there in that situation is Quinn Snyder did not take the timeout, was able to move the ball up the floor. He had the matchup he wanted. He had Jamal Crawford on Joe Johnson, keep the ball in his hands, let him go to work. Did a nice job here, ran it down beautifully. What a tough shot over the top of DeAndre Jordan. They get the kind bounce, but a gutsy win here for the Utah Jazz. But this is the matchup they wanted. Jamal Crawford on Joe Johnson. He takes his time, gets into the paint. That's a tough shot. And sometimes you got to get a little lucky for those shots to roll in. And they come in and steal game 1.
21 points for Joe Johnson. Wins the game for Utah. And he's with J.A.
Joe, first of all, take us through that last play.
I just wanted us to get the last shot. I could have went with like 3 or 4 seconds on the clock, but I pulled it back and waited till about 2. That way, once I got a shot up, we was the only one, getting a shot at the end.
Is this what you envisioned when you signed with Utah?
Yeah, we got a great young team, man. We just got to keep fighting. Obviously, our big fella went down, but man, we made up for it with a lot of effort and a lot of hustle plays.
What kept you guys from folding or from beating that big sigh when you saw Gobert? It had to be so deflating, yet you guys really didn't seem to lose anything. What kept you guys going?
It was motivating, actually, man. We knew they was going to write us out with a big fella going down, but guys stepped up and made plays.
Now, it's supposed to be the young guys taking over this team, but there in the fourth quarter, the ball is in your hands again, especially at the end. How comfortable are you in that situation? And I guess it's going to be a while before you leave it to the younger guys.
I'm very comfortable in those situations, man. That was, one of the reasons what made them come out to me this summer. And, man, I'm glad to be a part of this great young team.
We don't know the status of Rudy Gobert yet, but if you have to go without him, what can you take from tonight for the rest of the series?
Man, we just got to keep fighting, man. We got to keep fighting and keep believing.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And obviously that's an incredible